Tons of background noise. You see this special effects here. Do I have a fan on? No. There's a wind maybe coming through here. I like the full screen. Maybe it was maybe it was a window being open. I was enjoying a breeze. Will you test the Giphy thing here? It's like back now. I'll mute in game. Okay. Go. Yes. Okay. Can you still hear the let me do some actual fighting. Slowest boots of all time. I'm still wearing these gloves I got on the river just to like irritate you, Otter. You know how you like to have good gear. I play in like rags. If anyone else joins, they can take a vote on loudness. Yeah, I have a widescreen, so it doesn't really... I mean, we can either do this, or we can like just zoom in on the middle, so... YouTube supports widescreen streams, but Twitch doesn't. So. Is it irritating to everyone if I put my mini-map in the middle? Just how I usually play. I think it's dim enough that you might not even barely be able to see it. Just swap back and forth? What do you mean? Something happened to my SRS, so they're like, they have too much health now. They don't get one shot by the arsonist, which is kind of unfortunate. I kind of gotta let them like tick down. It's really irritating to have the map up in a corner, though. You know, it's not my preferred. I mean, I guess I can learn. Anything's learnable. It's just so small. I wish I could. I mean, my screen is gigantic, and it's like I can't make the little corner map any bigger than that. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's me, Robin. You're a control player. You don't get to talk about that. About disgusting. Go mill someone. Does anyone have a vote on the game sound volume? What? I need to show you guys the let's see. Yeah, I'll make sure to watch that after. I need to move the chat so I have to look less.
Die.
Ah! Trauma. Trauma. It's slow going. I'm falling off on my damage a little bit. So not paying a whole lot of attention to where I'm going. Put what in the left? The alert or the minimap? Zooming the minimap for the audience doesn't help me. I'm the one that needs it. Hey, you found it. It wants to be the jacuzzi. No, I like it down there. Because then it's not covering the gameplay. Interesting. Oh, that chat. No, I have the stream, I have Twitch open. So I can do the polls and the predictions and all that shit. I have OBS Blade on my tablet, so I can have that as like a stream deck. I might be able to put the chat on there. The Phil's one, no 3 monitors? Okay, fine. Stand on that? An artiste. What I should just do is have an always on top like pop out here to like be on top of the game, and then I can see out the corner of my eye, because I have so much room over here that's like not doing anything for me. Rich. There's the
Well, fuck y'all. Y'all go ahead on, because I don't need y'all anyway. I'm rich, bitch.
Let's get out of here. I like how none of the animations on that portal work. Wow, he says. I'm gonna assume that was just like a good wow and not a how could you wow. Ad is coming. Brace yourself for an ad. It's your chance to learn. Didn't you do a sound thing a minute ago? To get by you, I'm not trying to buy from you. Test the new... I don't have it fully open on full screen, but there should be like an overlay for the for GIFs. Like I think if you hover over the main screen and on the right side somewhere, in one of the drop downs, there's GIF stuff. I'm testing. Hey! Can't see that when I'm playing. I need to put that like again over my thing. Whoop. Is there some Cobra GIFs you can use? Otter, you're going to need to add that browser source for the GIFs into your setup as a new source. I appear to be taking damage. I haven't kept my res all run, I don't think. A little bit there. Losing minions. And we're back. Should have called our guild like Chest Openers Incorporated or something, since we never go buy a chest without opening it. Ooh. No. Oh. Ad block us. It's not good. Not good. Feels when no gains charges per second. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I like this. Like this. You're subscribed, Otter. I don't think you can see your ads. We don't mind if anyone wants to ad block them, but we can't switch them off, really. Oh, where's Leap Slime when I need it? Stick to the shadows. Don't tempt him, he'll do it. If he gives you a sub, you can see the secret sub channel on the Discord. Talk shit about you. Excuse me. Otter with the gifted sub. I can only assume halfway to our sub goal. I don't think it counts. I think it counts when we're paying for our own subs and getting a percentage of it back. Tell that to our accountant. You want to play Ember Fuselage, do you? I want to be. Oh, okay. Hold on. You need to be toasty there, bud. Would you like fire? You don't. Might have 10% movement speed, but okay, that one hurt a little bit. And the DPS is slow, but I'm also doing no gearing. So it's just like slow and steady spam of SRS. I just actually realized something, that my hound counts as a companion. So I need to figure out how to fix that, because I don't think I can have both. I guess that just means I unspec out of the boy, but no, I was thinking like 60 or 70. I'm trying to leave it late. So we've already tried once going too early, and that was not good. No, I don't think the dog can scale the health far enough. He already has a built-in burn, so you save one. Yeah. Anyway, I have a... You going up or what, Alva? See if I can grab a beast out of the Pokemon container. Yeah, the companion tag on his name there, but cannot summon more companions. Yeah. Have a problem. And on that portal, she's trying to get me to misclick. Trash. Should have needed that 11. So I'm gonna have to spec out of this boy, which means I have to probably lean into the reservation stuff more. It was too bad because this was giving us life too on the way. Doesn't really make any sense to go for ignite or crit when I'm not really doing anything. I mean, this would technically give him damages extra. I don't know if that counts to Infernal Legion or not, though. I don't know if the wording says as if hitting, which is the one that carries over the extra damage. Oh, look at this! These skeletons are jumping the gun! They just were incredibly aggressive. They're not, like xenophobic or something. They're like, oh, you're the wrong culture. The, like, detonate your guy is so satisfying. I just imagine having, like, a, C4 plungers. Dang, just what I wanted. Didn't want it. Didn't want it for the record. Please, want not. Please not want not. We shouldn't be playing this far out in front of my minions. What are the ways of getting multiple companions? There's the chest and the keystone. Is there anything else? I kind of don't want the chest. I want to use Cloak of Flame if possible. I was going to use, well, not only were we going to get an extra guy for muster out of it, but also the Hound auto-ignites, so I was going to have him be the exposure bot. He would just kind of do that for me. Extra crit beast. No thank you. Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to do the orb anyway. I'm playing way in front of my minions like an idiot. I'm using Ember Fuselage as like a SRS generator because the cast time is like one of the lowest skills in the game, and you can also do it like ahead of time as you're walking, and then when you get to mobs it will trigger. And then I'm doing Flame Wall as like a secondary SRS generator, and it's helping the arsonist's damage as well. I already see fire resistant, I see. Is that like a reviving minions guy or something? Why is this taking forever? Reviving minions, yep. Okay. Can you step off this little area, please, sir? There's some of my guys over here. This is when I need, like, predator support, so I can be like, get that one. Reviving minions. And they're all fire resistant as well. But did Dark Souls kick me? Oh! Please finish him. It's taking forever. I can do like the move command, but they don't. I didn't know that they would target a guy. Target for minions. Riveting gameplay. Blind? Direct minions. I have direct minions. Weird then. Explain yourself, sir. Oh, this is gonna suck.
Your rampage ends here.
Rampage hasn't even started to end, madam.
This is all just a misunderstanding. Which one of you activated the gate? Which one of you is a Val blood? Why, that was me, of course. I am Alva Valai, treasure hunter extraordinary. Take her! Bring her to Doriani. As for you, I will pay back every drop of Val blood you have spilled.
Ooh, okay. A little early on that one. See how bad I am at this now. My minion pushed me into it, okay? My minion pushed me into that one. Oh. Curse uptime is terrible. It was more fun last time I played with a spear. It was like spear versus spear, and I was just parrying her the whole time. Felt like a proper kung fu duel. Ouch. Ooh. Oh, calculated. Blasts are overrated. Oh, I'm dead. I ran out of flasks. Let's go up to town and see if I can improve my situation a little bit. Maybe get some boots with actual move speed, that'd be nice. I've avoided twinking myself out at all. Trying to simulate a League start.
Need a guy? Bye-bye.
Yes. Go on then. Chuck it on and give us a
I guess these are an upgrade over the literal 1 mod level 6 gloves.
have a deal.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I was only getting on here to test the overlays and
Watch your
make
step.
sure that my camera was somewhat working and the audio was somewhat working and then generally things were somewhat working.
Bye-bye.
Oh, how look.
I think one item. Yeah. Exactly. Stop it and then letting us know like where the audio should be and whatnot. Alright, oh, it's in the guild stash. Minion. Ooh. That would be too twinkish if I threw a timeless jewel. Let me see. Those will suck. Useful to me. Viper's the first boss that's killed me in like a long time, so time to like put jewels in and actually get a build together. Those rings. Okay, back we go. Whoa. There's too many critters on. I rolled right in. Okay, when you actually put items on. Yes, you are to be judged. Do some housekeeping. It's not even a sale. It's not even a stash tab sale. Okay. Don't listen to her. It is a sale. Okay, then fine. Then it's acceptable, I guess. Spreading fake news. What's that little rope that guy was doing? I wonder if that would make an interesting specter. Roping me. Didn't seem to do a whole lot to me, like I was still walking around. Probably better off with just a ripwire ballista or something. Who lurks? Who lurks in this dust? There yourself. It's a good thing I have 0 of 8. Are you stuck downstairs all night, Otter? You get a chance to play video games later. Well, now. Oh, 10% movement speed boots have been killing me. Only there was some kind of a bench at which you could do some kind of crafting, or maybe a recipe, I don't know. Figure this out. They could add this kind of feature, you know. Yeah, maybe in PoE 3 they'll figure it out. They're eventually going to give up with the idea that Ruthless is good, and they will give us a bench back. It's taken them this long, but it'll go. Now, I needed to do something with this level 2 support gem. I forget what it is now. It's there. There. Can put bidding on now. Only 30%. Ooh. Fire exploded, I suppose. Can you get that at? Oh, it's level 3. What's the bench in? I don't know. I think the bench has got actually multiple uses because you can regulate the divine and exalt economy by making it sink in the bench. We don't have that sink in the bench, so it's like just wild inflation. And they're like, oh, well, we thought people would divine their uniques or something. It's like, well, all the uniques in the first patch were like not very useful, so no one was doing that. Strength required. What? Oh, goodness. What change? You there?
Another strategy.
What we need is, if they're gonna have boots that you can't bench, there needs to be an implicit roll for move speed on boots because it's just too fundamental to that item. What am I doing here? No, it does not have a good divine sync. It's got adventurous gambles maybe, but that's like has, yeah, I don't know. It has breach rings that are a pretty big deal, but I mean, there are things that you could use a divine on, but there's nothing that's like the thing that you're gonna just, you know, like an adorned or something. I guess an adorned is corrupted, but these goes. Oh, here. Oh, now I don't have the int for that. Great. I wish it would warn you when you're on the actual skill screen. Especially when I gotta do this whole like rigmarole to get back to town to get. Let's put that back. And I afford this. Maybe. Let's see what it is. Use 10 beast, that's fine. Likely that I'm gonna. You're better off like I guess in solo stuff you'd be rolling your Inferno class, but like the big Inferno class is gonna be like one that's hitting a corruption on top of the thing. So probably cheaper to corrupt them than it is to I walked all the way down here again. It's probably cheaper to corrupt them than to just divine them. It's like free gen fun. Should have been an occultist. Always. Just like a huge leap away and then right back. Definitely times when the skeletons get run over, like there's just too much density of monsters. Or sometimes in a boss fight, it's like they're just gonna die because they don't dodge. Then you get left with these moments of no skeletons at all. This one is kind of nice to have the SRS because it's like they're on demand. So skeletons you need to wait, you have no control over like the respawn necessarily. They don't explode. They don't like necessarily explode. They like bite. You have to put instability on them to make them explode. I'm using the arsonist to detonate them. And yeah, it's like flat damage plus their life. Yeah, I think it's a combo. There's like a flat, it's like a detonate dead situation. There's a flat fire, and then on top of that there is percentage life. It's possible, yeah. You would need to put, I guess you wouldn't. There's a range of health that the arsonist can explode guys in, based on their level. And originally, like when I was leveling earlier on, the second I summoned an SRS, it would be explodable. And now their levels have like diverged, so the SRS come out too tanky for the arsonist to explode, so I need to wait now for them to get burnt, or hit or whatever, which has slowed me down a little bit. Could put, I guess, Infernal Legion on the SRS to come down faster. I would not be opposed to keeping them post swap to the beast, but it depends on if muster works or not, honestly. Because amplifying the beast damage is just going to be more efficient. Pretty sure that the SRS don't count for purposes of muster. Like, they're a persistent buff, but they're not a persistent minion. Who knows? It's all spaghetti code. That dude said a lot of things. We tested it and we easily saw a difference. So either our test methodology was totally wrong, or until I know better, I'm going off of what we saw with our own eyes. But once I get leveled up here, I can test. Then we're gonna get pixel by pixel health bar, frame by frame stuff. And we will find out one way or another. Everyone's idea about the build is the mechanics of it are hearsay pretty much, unless someone shows me a video. There's no, like, two people agree. There's a few things everyone agrees on. They agree that you can't have multiple instances of the aura. They agree that minion life works. But some people say minion damage doesn't work. People says it does, and some people say Searing Flame works, and other people say it doesn't, and some people say, you know... There's no real way to determine other than just to test. Yeah, and it's like that test, from what I can tell, like everyone cites the thing, but he's not actually like doing a test from what I've seen. Like I haven't seen anyone actually do a test other than the Korean guy. His test that I saw wasn't like actually testing the things that we were unsure about. Like we already knew everything he was testing, I think. But I appreciate that he was testing it properly. Like we didn't take notes. Welcome. Hey man. You tracked me down from Spectre Discord. Watch my incredibly lazy attempt at leveling him. In the chat and I were just talking about everyone's got their own opinion about what the mechanics are. There's not a whole lot of hard facts, so we're gonna need to go and retest everything. I have to make a big spreadsheet. That's on brand, right? Is a satisfying pop. Thanks for stopping in. I'm not the one. Otter's usually the ones that streams, and he has the RF Beast build. I was like kind of supporting it. I wasn't. I was not building it, so now I'm coming up with one. So I don't have it here to whip out and show you. But soon, just cleaning up Act 3, and then might be in a position to test. Although I'd kind of just like to finish the. Yeah, it's well. I mean, we tested, but it was like we were like kind of stopwatching everything. But it was like, yeah, this looks good. Like we could this is working, but we didn't like write it out, and you know, we only did a sample size of like 5 runs, and not enough to like hold up in court. You know what I'm saying? Court of public opinion. So whenever anyone tells us something that we not observed to be true, all we can say is we tested, test again, come back with evidence one way or another. Like I'm open to being wrong. I'm not like not like prideful about like what my mechanical knowledge is. Like the final word. I don't mind if like I'm proven wrong. That's great as long as we figure out the truth. Absolutely. We were totally wrong about something in the video. Like in the next video, we'll issue a correction and be like, "Hey, I know we said this, but." Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Standing on crags, which I can't see because it's the exact same color as all of my fire stuff that's going on. Rich. Yeah, we must have used the witch because she's like easy to get back to, and it doesn't really matter what you do as long as they have consistent. There's like some oh, there's some issues with like some mobs not having enough fire res, but to test like penetration or whatever. But we're not really testing penetration. Don't go in there, you're proximity guys, we don't want that, come on. It's down the mine, I guess. Ooh! Body blocked by my boys! You do this to me! I got stuck. This is actually the first time I've streamed, so I'm not any good at looking at chat and staying alive. Rookie, you gotta give me an insulting gif or something, or do the Maven laugh. You gotta be
You'd
interactive.
bite the master that called you here?
Bitch!
Wait, did he not do the full thing? That's why you picked. I didn't hear the end of his thing. Easy task. I've been running this like incredibly scuffed. This isn't like a fresh start, like this is on my main league, so I have money and stuff that I haven't scammed. I don't know why it cut you off. The whole point is the end of it. I don't know, we'll have to... Otter, you're the man in the chair, you fix it. The high chair. This is how you learn. I believe you're gonna go save people from hurricanes instead of streaming league start. Do this. Kind of would rat. I'm kind of like, yeah, I was about to say, and they don't delete female. Like I'm kind of, I'd rather you go and actually have some help coming other than just you're on your own. He works for Super FEMA. Mecha FEMA. I don't think anyone in chat's probably from America even. So they don't know what FEMA is. Look at a lot of hurricanes in Northern Europe. EU land, see? I think most of the chat is also from the EU land. Prima is the bone in the leg. Yep, you got us. This guy's spark is really annoying. Which class are we going to league start it on the honor? We have like 3 options. Titan's going to be stronger, but it's going to be harder to teach people. Because Smith is so like brain dead to gear. We could both start different classes. If we're gonna team up on a boss, it would be like not optimal because we can't both cook them. But you know, could share hand-me-down gear as well. We're on the same build. If we find like a nice emerald drop, we can fight over it like a couple children, you know. Flat fight. It's my emerald, I saw it first. It just slapped me in the mouth. Okay, ladies, you don't have to hate on this game. What if the next patch is like everything that we need it to be? You know? You install the browser extension of the sound effect thing, there's more options, including some golem options. There's a limit on what you can put for channel point redemptions. But there's not a limit. Standard. I should be searing him, but I'm like so lazy. An amazing boss. How come you guys not play this one? Come on. Look at these animations. Think of the animation team. They did all this work for you to log out. By you guys, I mean you girls. Ah. I know the ad is coming. Brace yourselves. Turn on your ad blockers. % movement speed boots. Correct. Ooh. I'm sorry. Burn me alive? Who are you talking to? I think you want to get in a burn alive contest with me. Oh. Okay, I didn't do it that time. Rude. Oh, it's right in front of him now. Yeah, I know. Because I'm using Restream and we're sending to YouTube and Twitch at once, I can't put a VOD track down, which would like cut my music out of the VOD. So I need to figure out like what the Twitch policies are on that. Yeah, but like I could flip it on if I wanted, but I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know exactly what their rules are. I think they would just mute the entire VOD, which I guess it's not the end of the world. No. I need to see if there is a workaround. I don't know how many people are using the VOD. We have a backup VOD on YouTube. Oh. Did you see him? It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, listen for music is rather. I'd rather listen to music on my own. I was thinking I could get on our Discord the there's like a listen together feature, so there could be like a channel in there where it would just be like the music channel that would sync to the stream, but it's like almost like having people log in two places. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. Yeah, I was. Thank you for checking. I appreciate that. We are new and competent. You can tell I'm incompetent because I have 10% movement speed boots in Act 3. Mostly incompetent. Pretty good at video transitions, I guess. Okay. Not this time. I don't need to play more hardcore. I'm with Robin. Paid for 6 portals, I'm gonna use 6 portals. Except in this game I rarely get 6 portals. I don't know if it's necessarily skill, it's like laziness, right? Like, I don't enjoy gearing an axe, so I just walk around with like the gloves I have from the river every axe. Until I hit a wall like I did with the Viper a minute ago, and it's like, okay, I'll put jewels into my empty jewel slots and do all that stuff. Oops. As long as he doesn't beam me out of nowhere again, I'm pretty good, you know? Everyone needs to play more hardcore. Yeah, I see sort of the appeal, I guess, but I think I would just rage too much if I died to a disconnect or something.
Your people cannot be saved. History is already written. You can stay here and die, or come with us and help save the
Yeah.
future.
But I'm telling the truth. Yeah, we're a bug.
Best you start talking then. My friend here
Look at they're going for him. Oh my god, they're vicious. Okay, he's like, all right, I'll join you then. In that case,
is settled then.
my portal, dude. Let's make sure I don't have this sacrificial heart or something in my inventory. Been there, done that. Let's take a break from this and farm on the bit. H6X's, let's see what's the 5-8X's, Jubilees. A hand-me-down from a musician gamer friend of mine. The biggest audio file, but nice. Forget what I was doing on this build now. I assume I was mapping. Where I was mapping to. Yeah, they're good. Is that 3 citadels all within like eyeball one screen? That's funny. Trying to get to towers, I suppose. Wow, yeah. What happens if you actually play the game, Otter? Yeah, they give it to you. If you play Chayula Monk, they give you like a bonus to raise the rates. Mm-hmm. The patch before this, granted, I didn't play a lot of I gotta do something about the glare here. The patch before this, I didn't play a lot of Atlas. Let's see as I did. But I had never seen like a Citadel before. Out of Life Force. Like PoE 2, you would always be out of Life Force. What is my right? So this is actually probably explain the build. Here it is. Shift right click. There we go. There's a spear throw, Chayula Monk, CI with full ES leech. This is, my only issue on it so far is I have like a problem generating frenzy charges on single target, so that's terrible. But basically because I'm using Spire, all of my chaos damage leeches as if it was Fizz. I'm using the old one here too, like they buffed this, I haven't got a new one yet. And then I'm using the gloves that have life leech converted to energy shield leech, so I'm leeching ES off of chaos damage. And that's enough to keep me basically topped up, and then I have infusion on this, so when I use a charge, I get a chaos infusion. It's similar to the Amazon infusion. That's basically the build. The problem is mostly frenzy charge regeneration, which I'm solving with freeze. I don't have any like way to pin with chaos damage. I don't have any way to shock or to what do you call it? Electrocute. Can't pin. So Combat Frenzy, the only way I can generate any charges is through freeze. So we're using Chaotic Freeze on Despair, and then that's allowing chaos damage to freeze. And I also have a Ice Spear that does some sort of freeze to get the ball rolling, because you got to get that like first freeze. And then a lot of the frenzy charge generation is done through Call the Weak. Missing all my calls. I don't want to say I'm immortal, but I've had a hard time dying on this character. He's got a lot of ES evasion. Some people use Sniper's Mark to solve frenzy charges on a single target, but I don't have Inspect into crit, so it's kind of an issue. I may have to. Could take. I'm kind of overinvested in defenses, I think. Especially if I was critting, I would be leeching more. So maybe it would even out, but... Yeah, I do that. Sometimes they work out and they're just amazing, and other times it's like this, where it's kind of mid, but it's like a fun puzzle to solve. There's potential here, like maybe someone fixes it, or maybe someone, maybe in the next patch there's a way to like solve the generation. Yeah, that's our jam. It's very unusual if I have to like follow anyone else's lead. Absolutely. I have so many kooky AoE 2 build ideas, but not enough time to go build them. I wanted to mostly do this one because no one was playing Monk, and I was like, alright, we'll play the Monk. Someone has to do it. Sometimes we take cues from people. There are other things like the RF build that we're doing, or the Infernal Legion build, I guess. That like a lot of people are going to arrive at the same basic idea separately. They're going to have their own takes on it. Why did I think you were an ally? It's because I'm used to having I'm used to having little skeletons all around me now. Lost. When you actually are getting your freezes off and your calls off, it just slaps. But then you get to a point where you're like down to the last guy, and then it becomes difficult to, especially when it's tangible proximity. Another thing is they gave us this scepter, this new one, Guiding Palm, that has like the freeze. And I was like, oh, easy. I'm just gonna freeze with cold damage all around me all the time, and it'll solve my problems. Well, turns out it doesn't work. You don't get credit for any of the freezes. Not cast on freeze, not credit for, what do you call? Combat Frenzy. You don't get any credit for the shrine. So the shrine is freezing people all the time, and it's actually stealing it's stealing the freeze buildup that I need. I did a bug report, but there's like a million bug reports on these new scepters. It's quite a bit better after the last patch that they did. I had it in my head that like, oh, I've solved, problem solved, and then you go and the actual like reality is different. It's just kind of the same thing with the Infernal Legion. You're like, I'm just gonna put, you know, ignited enemies have a chance to explode, and we're gonna do this thing. It's like, no. It's like, oh, I'll just use the Bleed Spear, and we'll aggravate the Ignite. No. I'll just get a Ink AoE Beast. No. We tested it and it didn't seem to, and I think Otter tested yesterday again, but we'll have to... I'm gonna have to do, like, pixel counting, you know, like pixel by pixel, how many pixels is it ranging before you hit 100 increased AoE should be really apparent. There should be no, like, doubt. So that we're like, maybe? Like, it seems like that's just like, no by definition. Nito, I don't know if you know, that's real Nito is another off-meta guy. In his Discord, I asked for, like, you know, does anyone have any ideas about the Infernal Legion build we're doing, and they were telling me in there that the beast mods are bugged, so that they don't work with any supports at all. Like, if you were to put increased AoE on something with, like, exploding crag or whatever, like, the crag would never change size. These skills would work, but not the mods. But there's some separation there. Again, that's also hearsay. I didn't fully test all that, but it seems to track with what we experienced. I don't know, for example, if the enraged mobs damage is applying properly. It's a little hard to... You'd have to get, like, the same exact mob and then test, like, one with enraged and one without, which maybe that's worth doing. Good. Bones wall text. Maybe missed disengage right there. I would not say this is a especially good breach build either. Especially when that rare is keeping me from freezing. For goodness sake. Pinned. Yeah, it definitely needs a little help. And again, I'm not calling you a liar if you test it and you think it works. It's like we tested and we think it doesn't work, so it's just like we need as a community to come together and figure out which way it is. I've heard people say that Searing Flame works in the forums, but it wasn't like testing data. Did you knock that off? Knock that off, bud? My memories have never been good. If they fix the bug with the scepter, this build would be way more reliable, because you wouldn't have to be doing this freezing lance to, like, try to proc freeze. and getting the despair out all the time is just like an extra button push when you're just not efficient feeling. And if I don't put that out, then I don't get to freeze, and it's like... I'm using a companion here just for the haste, basically. Just dies all the time, but it's fine. I just need the aura pot. You want to know? Okay, let us know. Oh, blow me up. I don't care. I don't care. Love CI. It does not, but I do need to move the chat. This is my first day streaming. Usually Otter, who's in the chat, does the streaming around here. I'm the guest streamer. So we were mostly just making sure that the UI was working and whatnot, but it's become apparent that the chat is way too far off my widescreen, so I'm having to like look away from the camera for one thing. So I might see if I can just get it to hover over my gameplay. My only concern would be if I go to my gem tab, it would be like, it would be in the way. But I could figure out some. I've seen worse streams, yeah. I was working on the animation stuff for the swap to like to come right back, and just the animation swap. We try to do very high production values to make up for the bad, like the lack of charisma, the bad hosting. So we just try to make sure that the, yeah, thank you. It's a start. It's my first test on those. Yeah, you heard me. Full of something. Oh, get off my, you're not my mom. Get off me, get out of your butt. Yeah, plant me, I don't care. Plant me. Plant me. He's right, I should get up and stretch, but too busy craning my neck. I'm using the, oops. Using the offhand tech with the Wicked Quill. Like, after they changed Withering Touch, it's so hard to get Withering on anything. But this will almost guarantee a Wither, or it's 20% of the time, it'll Wither 100% of the time. So I have this on a weapon swap with, you know, Eye of Winter, so it'll just fully Wither. There's no real other way, as far as I know, to consistently do it, so. Which I didn't want that. for beasts. When I forget to raid someone, you can make fun of me the way I give you shit when you forget. But what happens when I don't forget, and then I'm looking competent? Like, what does that make? What does that do to your self-esteem? I'm gonna have to, like, just throw on purpose and not do it just to make you feel, like, normalized. The, this shrine thing, the, scepter, is so defensive that, like, I'm literally just standing here, and, it frees everything around me, and I'm not even considering it. It's like famous last words before I get one shot by something. But between the Ghost Shroud and the freeze, evasion, we already kill up in here. A second. What do we got here? Got a comet that's so big it's filling up my side jet. I can rearrange this one. We have a lot of technical issues. Technical issues, Jones. Juice rituals? It can be league started? What do you think, Otter? I would also say that gas grenade is very strong. If you look at the damage numbers between gas arrow and gas grenade, it's just like very good area denial. Like not for blowing it up, but just to smoke them. The gas, like you can't really miss, and it does ridiculous damage. It's also kind of fire and forget, so you can dodge during the ritual. Like I think you could just saturate the ritual with gas and then be very well off. I think Garatha has a build video on that, and Natural Nito also has a video. Nito does it on a Acolyte Chula. He uses the roll that Acolyte gets here, this different chances to get extra chaos damage. This tank, I would say the Chayula Monk is somewhat tanky. They're not like Juggernaut, just gonna stand there and get beaten all day. But they have enough evasion, and then I believe it's a poison on blind. Actually, no, that's the quiver. But between the blind and the evasion, you're fairly hard to hit. You can't leech because it's a no hitting spell. Are you saying lightning spear or lightning what? LS. They're gonna nerf lightning spear to the ground. I don't think that's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be viable. Yeah, that's gonna be gone. I also think they're gonna nerf Deadeye probably because she's just like the best thing to play with with frenzy charges, which is like barrage here. I have barrage, but it's like harder for me to. Makes less sense for me to use it because I don't have enough power charge generation, but. Yeah. Deadeye is very strong. I wouldn't say she's tanky though. Like this monk is like super tanky. Very hard to hit, and then I'm leeching all of my energy shield. I have enough of a pool to tank some hits. I have Ghost Shroud to come back. Yeah. I don't know how many times I've... It's like, here's the problem with this build, right? Like, this is a tangibility mob that... He's got life regen, he's got a friend with Molten Shell, and a bubble. Yeah. I don't have the ability to freeze these guys very well. Like smaller mobs that I can like get the ball rolling with. Especially this life regen guy. Yeah, I'm basically tanking these fellows. I'm standing in the chaos ground, immune to the mushroom. My life keeps getting blown off and then recovering. Okay. I think I have please tell me I have acrimony on my curse. Do I have it in my pocket? I do not. This will be a long fight. Let me scrap. See, I'm teleporting out right under his nose because the scepter killed Frozen. It's here somewhere. To deal with this fella. Acrimony lowers their regen by 50%, so that you can take a regen mob and just counter them basically. But it only works on chaos dots. Luckily my curse is a chaos dot. The thing I like about Call of the Weak is it's a strike, so you can put the ancestral thing that lets you attack like 3 times with it, so you can actually call like 3 people if they're all next to each other. You rolled out of the way with a 10 out of 10 dodge. Probably go be better if I put the Wither up, considering he's a chaos resistant. I would blasphemy this curse, but you can't do the damage over time on that. So then I would have to be casting Contagion. Use through groups, which I love, but it slows down as soon as a single target. So let me sort that out. I guess I need to go crit, which I can do by speccing out of some of the over defense that I have, I think. Playing it a bit like it's hardcore. This is the tankiest build I think I've played in this game, which is not saying much though, because I usually play some kind of witch. Well, folks, I think I'm going to call it there for a bit. And you always build kind of tanky. Yeah, I mean, it's less frustrating hitting a wall sometimes. It depends what I'm doing. Sometimes I build tanky. Sometimes I just build like I just want to get over with killing things. You guys are going to be best friends, I think. Yeah, I think that's the stream. I think I'm getting off for now. I need to fix the chat on my end so I can stop craning my neck over to the dashboard. We got the audio levels figured out, and we did a little test on the animations. Animations seem to be working. I need to animate this otter somehow. It seems like a lot more work than needs to be done at this moment. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know, and I'll pass it on to Otter once you tell me. Alrighty, let me remember to raid someone here. Let's see. Who do we have? We gotta find someone playing a based build. If we're not going to some meta guy. Meta is not it. Someone tell me what you're playing on your thing, please. Also trying to find someone even smaller than us because we could make someone's day. You know? Your favorite dad gamer. Let's go say hi to this dude. Everyone take care of yourselves. Hey, see you soon.